Warning: the following mini-documentary is only attempting to inform the public and is in no way attempting to harm or harass anyone in or related to the Ramsey family. The mini-documentary also states several opinions, and any opinion given is my own. I do not represent a company or group, only myself and my own opinions. The following does contain graphic imagery, unsettling audio, and subjects that may be unsuitable for younger audiences and or those who are easily disturbed. Viewer discretion is advised. JonBenét Ramsey, a young pageant star whose story ended tragically soon by an unknown source. But what if that source is much closer to home than we initially thought? Hi, my name is Madison Stiltner, and today we'll be talking about the tragic death of JonBenét Ramsey. Let's start with an overview for case. JonBenét Ramsey was an American beauty pageant queen, and she was only 6 years old when she was found dead inside her own home on December 26, 1996 in Boulder, Colorado. Patsy Ramsey, JonBenét's mother, had discovered a 3-page ransom note on the back staircase inside the family home. The kidnappers had stated they wanted $118,000 for JonBenét's safe return, and though the note had stated they didn't want authorities involved, Patsy immediately called the police to report JonBenét as missing.
911 emergency.
Police.
What's going on?
515th Street.
What's going on there, ma'am?
We have a kidnapping. Hurry, please.
Explain to me what's going on, okay?
There's a note left and our daughter's gone.
A note was left and your daughter is gone? How old is your daughter?
6 years old. She's gone. 6 years old.
How long ago was it?
I don't know. I just found the note. And my daughter's
Does it say who took her?
What?
Does it say who took her?
I don't know. There's a ransom note here.
It's a ransom note?
It says SBTC. Victory. Please.
Okay, what's your name? Are you
Patsy Ramsey. I'm the mother. Oh my God. Please.
I'm sending an officer over, okay?
Please.
Do you know how long she's been
No,
gone?
I don't. Please, we just got out. Is she right here? Oh my God, please.
Okay,
Please, there's somebody.
I am, honey.
Please.
Take a deep breath for me,
Please,
okay?
hurry.
Patsy.
When police arrived on the scene, they initially found no signs of forced entry. During their investigation, they had made several major mistakes. The first mistake they made was only taking off JonBenét's bedroom, not the entire house. This allowed any passerby to just walk inside the Ramsey home, and this could have potentially destroyed crucial evidence to find her murderer. The second mistake they made was sharing evidence with the Ramsey family, which is very illegal. And they had also purposely delayed informal interviews with the parents. And their final, biggest mistake was not checking the basement. Around 7 hours into the investigation, John Ramsey, JonBenét's father, had found her body downstairs in the utility room of the family's basement. John then brought her body upstairs to police, further heavily tampering with the crime scene and evidence. Again, very illegal. She was found with duct tape over her mouth and a smooth cord around her neck, being tied off with a broken paintbrush from Patsy's craft kit. During her autopsy, it was discovered that she had died of asphyxiation and a large fracture was found on her skull, and her death was ruled a homicide. Now, let's look at some theories as to who could have murdered JonBenét. Theory number 1, her own family, the Ramseys. When proper investigation started, the initial investigators were very heavily focused on the family. Investigators thought that the ransom note for JonBenét was unusually long, and that the note that they found wasn't the only one written because a section of a practice note was found. Both the pen and paper had belonged to the Ramseys, and it was all very odd for an outsider if they wanted to get in and out of the house quickly with JonBenét. And through handwriting analysis, John was ruled out while Patsy was ruled inconclusive. Theory number 2, the intruder theory. Though the home had shown no initial signs of a break-in, the only signs pointing to it were a broken window in the basement, an unidentified footprint next to JonBenét's body, and several drops of blood belonging to an unidentified male in both JonBenét's long johns and underwear. Now, let's look at some oddities in the case. During the Dr. Phil exclusive interview with Burke Ramsey, JonBenét's brother, he was seen smiling multiple times talking about finding JonBenét's body.
Did you hit your sister over the head with a baseball bat or a flashlight?
Absolutely not.
Critics would say you weren't curious because you already knew. He didn't have to get up and go check because he knew exactly what had happened.
I mean, I didn't know if there's some bad guy downstairs, and my dad was chasing off with, like...
Now, my siblings and I aren't particularly close, but I don't think I would be smiling talking about finding my dead sibling's body. Going back to the ransom note, it has some very weird grammar choices. Along with random capitalization and punctuation, it has much harder words to spell, like attaché with an accent on the E spelled correctly, while words that are much easier to spell in comparison, like possession, spelled incorrectly. Lastly, in the 911 call, we can hear Patsy Ramsey clearly hesitate when asking for police. It even sounds like she's about to ask for the ambulance.
911 emergency.
We need police.
Also, for filing a missing persons report, Patsy does not mention JonBenét's name once, only her age and her hair color.
How old is your daughter?
6 years old. She's blonde. 6 years old.
Personally, if I were in her shoes at that moment, I would say her name and her physical description, not just her age and hair color. Now, to finish off this mini documentary, an interview with Alicia Stiltner. What is your opinion on this entire case? Do you think the family has something to do with her murder?
I do. I do not think it was a stranger. I do think that a family member is the one who committed the murder, and the parents helped cover it up.
Since you think the family did it, which member?
I think her brother.
Burke?
Yes.
Why?
Basically, you know, his actions were just strange throughout, but even when they interviewed him not long ago, it was even stranger on how he smiled when talking about viewing her body, things like that.
Do you think that the police had something to do with covering up the crime because it took them so long to find her body?
I am uncertain about that part. I'm not sure. I don't feel like they did, but it is possible.
Do you think the family should have been punished for messing with the crime scene as heavily as they did?
I do think that action should have been taken, yes.
Any final thoughts?
Maybe hopefully one day that he'll tell the truth and tell what happened. And the brother.
Thank you for your time. Every day, we manage to get closer and closer to closing this 25-year-old mystery. Though we may never find her murderer, only time will tell. May she rest easy. Thank you for watching.